So many Pletchers, so many Baffords. It's the BC Juvenile. Trusted Profits. It's the formula here. Doing a Breeders' Cup Juvenile full field rundown. That's right. We got the pre-entries for this classic Breeders' Cup event. This is the one that really does kick off the Kentucky Derby and all that pre-Derby talk and all those Derby prep races. Once this race is over, we're going to have an idea for who goes into our power rankings. Who are the horses that we're looking ahead for the Derby? I mean, those Derby prep races are going to be coming up, and a lot of the field here, you would hope, hasn't always been the case. You would hope starts feeding some of those big races, and we've got some interesting horses to talk about here from a lot of trainers that we've talked about from years past. 8.5 furlongs, 1 and 16 mile on dirt. Let's get moving. The first Baffert horse, Prince of Monaco, perfect so far, 3 of 3. But there are some potential issues here. First place at the Del Mar Futurity, beating Mira Hamdi by 3/4 of a length. First place at Best Pal Stakes, beating Muth by 4+ lengths in that one. Muth early on in his career. Colin Sheen will always correct me on that because he is a big Muth supporter here. Broke his maiden, beating Lord Bullington by 8 lengths. Going off it, a 1-20 favorite. I mean, people kind of knew. And I know this is silly, but Bob Baffert does love himself a 6 furlong workout ahead of the Kentucky Derby for his big horses. And you'll notice that a lot of them before the Derby will drop about a 1:12, 72-second, 6 furlong workout. And look at, I think it was Medina Spirit. You can look back at him. You can probably look back at Authentic as well. I mean, even a non-Baffert horse like Mage, I don't think he dropped a 1:12, but he ran a 6 furlong before the Derby. So I'm taking a look at that for whatever it's worth. And I'm thinking Prince of Monaco may be a good idea here. Fierceness. So going into Champagne Stakes, Fierceness looking to be the favorite there. I mean, he broke his maiden before that in a pretty high level maiden stakes race. 11 lengths the winner over Defiance, but Champagne Stakes, some things happened. Had some rider issues there where it looked like Irad was about to fall off the horse. Never really got going, so let's call it a mulligan. It's only his second race. Not going to be putting Fierce to the side just yet, but who knows? Who knows? There's some good horses out there. Maybe he makes the top 4. Maybe he doesn't. Ikoro Neo. Now we're starting to get into the shippers. This is a horse coming over from Japan. Second place in a race in Hanshin. 12th place in a Niigata race. Has yet to win. And his trainer has yet to finish in the money in 12 tries in North America over the years. Johannes Brahms, 4 races, always in the money. Broke his maiden his first race. Second place finish at a G2 Gimrock Stakes. Trainer, Aidan O'Brien. Always considerable, right? I mean, especially when it's Breeders' Cup time. But we're on dirt here. Does that make a difference? I don't know. We'll see. Cuban Thunder. 3 in the money finishes for 6 races. Last time out, 3rd place in Star Appeal Stakes at Dundalk. But he's run 3 graded stakes races so far. None of them really of consequence. A 4th place finish, his most recent one, in the O'Brien National Stakes, a G1. Okay, I'm impressed by it. It's not too bad. But you got some horses here that have already won G1 stakes races. So 8th place at the Superlative Stakes, 10th at Coventry. Not a whole lot to impress me here yet. Might be shipping for a reason. I just don't see that reason yet. Muth. So yeah, there's a couple different camps here. There's a Prince of Monaco camp and there's a Muth camp, right? As you can imagine, which one is the better Baffert horse? A lot of people will tell you Muth. So first place at the American Pharaoh, that says something. He beat Wine Me Up. We'll talk about him next. Not next, but later. By 3 3/4 lengths in that one. He was second in the Best Pal Stakes to Prince of Monaco. So Prince of Monaco people will point at this race and say he beat him by 4 lengths. So what gives? Why are you saying Muth? But that was early on in Muth's career, and he's matured a little bit since then. Obviously, the American Pharaoh Stakes says something about that. Did not run the 6 furlong workouts, by the way. As you can see here, 2:59 second 5 furlong workouts. Not too shabby as well. Who's next? Uh-oh.
I'm bringing sexy back.
Yeah, Brad Cox is bringing sexy back with Timberlake, winning your Champagne Stakes, beating general partner by 4 lengths. Second at the Hopeful Stakes as well, 7 furlongs there, only a length or so back of Nutella Fella, which is fun to say. Wish he was in this race. Previous to that, broke his maiden, struggled in his first attempt to break his maiden. I mean, we're getting into some minutia here, but this is the Brad Cox horse in this race. He's already won a G1. Now he's throwing his hat in the ring for this race. Is Brad Cox going to pull it out here? Locked. So this is my favorite Pletcher horse so far. 2 wins in 3 races. Beat the Wine Steward by half a length in the Claiborne Futurity. Won a 136K maiden special weight race, going 8 furlongs, by the way. Stalking the pace early, completely taking over at the 3/4 mile mark, winning easily by 7+ lengths, not furlongs. I'll have to correct that. Third place finish in his maiden special weight before that, but Todd Pletcher horse. And yes, I do have jockeys here, but these are jockeys who've previously raced on the horse. I will point that out. We don't know who the jockeys are yet, and we don't have special knowledge. The Wine Steward.
There's some strawberry. Oh, there's just a flutter of like a nutty Edam cheese.
Yeah, I sense that as well. The Wine Steward, 4 races, 3 wins, 1 second place. That second place was the Claiborne Futurity. We talked about that before. Close to locked in that one. So, given locked everything you could handle. Winner of the Funny Side Stakes, a 6 furlong affair. Winner of the Bashford Manor Stakes, 6 furlongs there as well. So yeah, what we were talking about before at the Claiborne is how is he going to handle bumping up to 8.5 furlongs? He did it fairly well. Now it's a second time out. Michael Maker horse. We'll see. I do like the Wine Steward though. Oh dear.
Wind me up, turn me on, and watch me cry for you.
Yeah, wind me up. We got a lot of Vino Rosso here, right? Wine Steward, wind me up. There's a theme here. This is a Vino Rosso horse, just like the last one, but this is a Bob Baffert horse. Second place at the American Pharoah, but he was 3 lengths behind in that one. It was very much Muth's race. Won his only other race before that, maiden special weight race, going wire to wire, beating De Oro Dash by a length there. But I would say this is the third of the 3 Baffert horses, in my humble opinion. General partner, second place, 4 lengths off of Timberlake. Before that, Gates Wire winner in his second maiden special weight race, 7 furlongs there, beating Dive Bomber by 4 lengths. And this is a Chad Brown entry. Then we have Noted, another Pletcher horse. I think we got 3 Todds and 3 Bobs, something like that. You always got your Todds and Bobs, right? 2-2, second place at the Bourbon Stakes, 8.5 furlongs there, losing to the deep closing Can Group. Looked like he was going to win this one, but Can Group came from way back and made it his win. Did win the 1 mile sapling stakes, beating Dornach by a length in that one. So what do we got here? I think this is the end, right? Yeah, here we are. Who do I like? So I like Prince of Monaco. I said that earlier. Something about this horse. I think he's going to be okay with the length. We will see. It's the big unknown right now, but I do like Prince of Monaco. I love me some Wine Steward, though, right? How about that? Wine Steward. He's going to be my value play. I think there's enough Todds and Bobs out here where you're going to get some real value on the Wine Steward, and I'm really hoping that he's going to finish somewhere in the top 3. So we're going to key. Got Prince of Monaco. But you can't ignore Muth because he could be the one as well. And you can't ignore Locked because, that looks like a really good Todd horse. And then I got the Wine Steward in there for some extra value. Fierceness. I would love to put Fierceness in there. He's a real big unknown as well, but you got to cut it somewhere, right? So these are my top 4. What is your top 4 or your top 1 or your big value play? Let us know. Hit us up in the comments. Give us those likes. We like the likes. And wishing everyone a very good and lucky Breeders' Cup weekend when it comes up. See ya.